Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this. Hope you guys are having a good day. Anyways, hey, let's talk about something really important. We're going to talk about job searching today, so let's get after it. Here we go. So, job searching. This is so incredibly difficult because I'm sitting in front of a computer screen right now, and you're probably doing the same thing, or maybe on a mobile device, and you have no personal connection to me. This is strange, but I'm slowly getting used to this. And I'm trying to help you guys find a job. You might be in Spokane, Washington. You might be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, New York City. You might be in a city in Ohio or California. But I'm going to try to do my best job to help you guys on job searching on your path. And these are tried and true methods of trying to get a job. So let's go after it. Here we go. Number one, first thing, personally speaking, use your network. And when I say that, I mean talk to friends, family, and then I'm not just talking about them. Use your friends' friends and your family's friends or their family and network. Keep talking to different people and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Do you know anything? And don't just give up right away. You got to keep going. A lot of times when I found jobs, I had to do a lot of cold calling. During the recession, I lost my job. I was teaching at a small school in the state of Washington, and after 2 years, the state had run out of money, and they riffed in our district all the new teachers. I'd only been there for 2 years, and I started panicking. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, I just got married. I need a job." So we started looking around and realized that there were jobs in Utah. So as soon as I started sending away my applications, I just started cold emailing all the business and marketing teachers around. I said, "Hey, this is who I am. Do you guys know who the person to talk to is?" And lo and behold, the second email I sent, I got the name of this one guy. Let's call him Vince. And Vince was the state DECA president, and he goes, "Oh, there's a great job over here. Oh, there's a great job over there." I realized this is the person I want to talk to. And then the funny part, he goes, "Wait, we have a job at our high school. Hey, you're from Washington. DECA is a great Washington state, or state for DECA. Why don't you send us your resume and maybe set up an interview?" Went through HR, talked to them, and ironically, the next year, I was working at their high school, and me and Vince became really good friends, and we worked together for 5 years. And that was how I network. It was a cold email or call networking, and I still try to look back through my emails and find out who I emailed to contact to get me to that person, and I couldn't find it. I felt so bad, and I probably worked with that person in some venue. So, anyways, number one, use your network, because when people refer you, they're thinking about, okay, what jobs are out there that I know of, and would you be a good fit? A lot of times, word of mouth is a lot more important than what's on the resume, because that's your reputation, and people who trust one another, they value their words and recommendations. Okay, next one. Probably didn't have to say this 20 years ago, but now I do. Clean up your social media. And what I'm saying is, take when you guys go get a big boy or big girl job, take a look at your social media. If there's anything on there that you would not be okay with being printed on the front page of your guys' newspaper, get rid of it. I went through my social media, and I had to go ahead and clean up anything that I even thought was at the smallest possibility. Like, oh, if a possible employer saw that, they might not like it. So I started taking some of my political opinions and different things. I started cleaning all that up, and made sure that it was on there. And I will tell you, I have hired a few teachers in my past. And did I Facebook stalk them or Twitter stalk them? You better believe that I did. We would actually pull it up in front of a team of teachers and admin, and we'd go through it. And the first thing we wanted to see was, hey, what kind of person are they? What's their personality like? Are they an outdoors person, indoors person? What are their hobbies? What are their likes? And the thing we were looking for is like, hey, are they a normal person? And it's totally fine to have like pictures of you guys hiking and having fun. And we know you guys are all just normal people, so we weren't looking for it's like, wow, look at them win this award or look at them accomplish this. No, we just want to make sure there is normal person and that there is no red flags out there. So definitely go through your social media, and if there's anything you question, just take it off. Don't worry about it. Life's too short. Just get rid of it. Life moves on. Okay, next one. Create a strong resume. If you guys haven't watched my video on resume making, please do that. First and foremost, it has to be perfect. And when I say perfect, no misspellings, no lowercase i's. Make sure that the font looks good, that everything's lined up and clean. So make sure that your resume looks good that way, and have probably 10 to 20 people overlook at it. All right, next one. This is a new one. I'm not going to lie. I've never heard about this one until I started doing some research on this, and now it's starting to make sense. Become mindful of ATS's application tracking system. So I'm going to actually skip ahead to my next slide. But two of the biggest job searching sites out there right now is Indeed is number one, is one of the most respected, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great, but it's starting to become more of a social network than actually a place to get hired. And I think they're working hard on trying to fix that. But just want to give you guys kind of like what's going on right now in that word. Well, anyways, there's millions and millions of people who are updating their application on all these websites, and there's so many to go through that. In the background, you're putting in your resume, and then you're putting in like keywords and whatnot. Well, the employers, people are looking for employees, they start putting in all these keywords that they are looking for. And if you go onto their sites and everything, a lot of times you'll find those words, or you can start like you can do a Google backsearch. Go, what does if you want to work at Microsoft, what does Microsoft look at in their ATS? What's important to them? So definitely tailor your resume to them if that's something you're looking for. Next one, focus on your accomplishments and figure out what you guys have accomplished, or maybe that's a way to ignite you, saying, hey, maybe you need to go accomplish a few things. Volunteer work, going and doing job shadows, your job, maybe if there's like a position for like Employee of the Month, hey, work a little bit harder, earn that title. So whatever awards are out there, go win those awards. Go figure out what you can do to make yourself stand out. And think about this: you're marketing yourself to them, so go ahead and boast about yourself. Next one, research your company. I love this one. Every school I've ever worked for, I go and research their mission statement, like, hey, why are they there, what are they trying to accomplish? And all good businesses should have a mission statement, so go read that first. Go ahead, be a stalker. Go into their business. If you're shopping around, go shop there, look at how they dress, look at how they act and how they talk to people. See what's important to them. So I give you full permission. Go be a fake customer and go stalk them. For example, there was a sporting goods store here in the Pacific Northwest. I won't tell you which one, but I found out, if you do not, as a guy, if you do not wear a dress shirt and a dress tie to ask for an application and turn one in, guess what? If you don't do that, your application is going right into the round filing cabinet, aka the trash. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, I better wear a dress shirt and tie when I go put in my application. And other businesses are kind of funny, so go ahead, ask around, talk to some of the employees there, and be like, hey, I'm looking for a job here. Is there anything you recommend or suggest? So go do your research. They might actually be impressed by this. Post interview. So after you interview, be a little patient. Give it a few days. They might tell you, hey, we'll get back to you in a couple days, in a week or so. Be a little patient. Some places like grocery stores, I found, like, hey, if there's always like a constant running application process, maybe once a week, go check in. Hey, how's the application going? Do you know about a time? Really excited of the possibility of working here and things. So definitely fill them out, and that might pay off. Keep an open mind. Oh, there's my first error of all my videos. So keep an open mind. Do realize that some of your jobs, you may never expect that you're going to work there. One of my first jobs was for Budget Rent-A-Car, and I used to wash cars, and I never thought in my entire life I would do that, but it actually opened up a few other doors for work and getting a lot of really good experience. So keep an open mind. Don't just be like, oh, this job is below me. Hey, a job is a job. I always tell my students there's two things you need to know about a job. One, do you like it? And two, how much you get paid. Other than that, that's pretty much the two broad parts about a job. Keep it all in perspective. Just realize, once again, it's a job. And then lastly, the job searching process. don't take it personal. When I've interviewed people, we've come down to two really great candidates, and sometimes I'm like, I am happy if we have either person. So they're both highly qualified. Let's hire one of them. But then the last question is who do I think would mesh well with a team that's already in place? If it's going to be a position working with a team. And the other person I always just felt terrible about because I'm like, hey, this person is well qualified. We loved them. They should get a job somewhere. But the other person we just felt would mesh well with the others already working there. So don't take it personal. If you get passed up for a position, don't take it personal. Just check that one off and move on to the next one. All right. So now for the fun ones, job searching. So Indeed is one of the big ones on the block now. They are doing a lot of hiring and people working through there. LinkedIn was one of the first real big ones, but now some people are still getting hired through there. But a lot of articles I'm reading on them, it's just kind of becoming this place where it's almost like another social media where people are just talking about jobs and life and sports and politics and everything. So if you focus on there, yes, you can still get jobs through this website if the right employer is there. Like I said before, there's nothing better than networking. Almost every job I've ever had, I've networked, whether I knew people beforehand or I just had to go out there and network myself. Is it going to be awkward? Absolutely. Networking almost always is, so just get over it. If it's awkward or not, just put yourself out there and you'll be amazed at what happens. I truly was. To go from someplace in Washington State to Utah where I literally knew a total of three people in the entire state. My wife and I both got jobs there. So put yourself out there. You're going to be just fine. In the words of a wise professor of mine, get comfortable in life being uncomfortable. Otherwise, you won't grow. This is going to sound so cliche. Google things. If you don't know about the job, go Google it. If you're looking for other jobs, there might be other sites out there that aren't even on here. Go search. And shout out to Bing. Yes, I'm from Washington State. Yay, go Microsoft. Yeah, use that too. So, anyways, and here's some other ones right here. And after traveling around the country and around the world, there's going to be some sites that are going to be more popular than others where you're located at. So, for example, in Washington State, we love Craigslist. Oh my gosh, we love Craigslist. Everything's on Craigslist. And also on Facebook Marketplace whenever you're looking for anything. When I was in Utah, everything was KSL classifieds, and somebody explained to me it was one of their news stations in town, and they had classifieds for job listings and selling stuff, and that's just what was hot and popular down there and where people were at. So go to where the jobs are listed. For example, teachers. There's a large company called teachers.com, and that's how I got hired at my job in Utah. And then coming back home to Spokane, Washington, each district had its own website, so I had to fill in applications district after district until I finally got hired by one. So don't give up. This is some sort of job searching. Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Jiu Jitsu, in order to get a job. So be flexible, network, have fun, don't get discouraged. I've had many friends who months after months finally got a job and things. So give it everything you got and just go for it. And as always, if you guys ever have any questions, please shoot me a comment or an email and don't hesitate. Also, we have a lot of amazing coaches working at the school, so don't hesitate. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, good afternoon, or good night. So, anyways, you guys take care. Good luck.